Hi everybody and welcome to McCardle Math Academy. In this video we are going to be working on an example that involves the method of integration by substitution. So here's our example. It's to find the indefinite integral of x to the third e to the x to the fourth plus 1. So when you attempt to use the method of integration by substitution, what you want to do is look for the inner function here. So the inner function in our case is going to be x to the fourth plus 1. And you kind of want to work through the steps of integration by substitution a little bit in your head to see if that might be the best choice. So off to the side, you know the derivative of x to the fourth plus 1 is 4x to the third. And this x to the third here, we hope, is going to cancel this x to the third during the process of this substitution. And if you remember how to do this process, you'll see that that actually is going to happen. So let's go ahead and we're going to set our w equal to x to the fourth plus 1. The next step is to find the derivative of w with respect to x. So we take a derivative, that's 4x to the third plus 0. And the final step is to solve this last little equation here for dx. So we find that it's dw over 4x to the third. Alright, so this is where all of the work for our substitution is done. And the two key things here to know are that this is what we set w to be, and this is what we found dx to be. Those are the two substitutions that we're going to make for dx and for w. So we go ahead and we make those substitutions. So we have the integral of x to the third e to the w times dx, which we're going to replace with dw over 4x to the third. All right. And in doing so, we notice that the x to the thirds are going to cancel, which is exactly what we wanted. And we're left with the integral of e to the w over 4, all with respect to w. Now this integral is just in terms of w, which is exactly what we wanted, and we know that we can use our basic formulas to find the integral of that, which is just e to the w, and we have our integration constant c. And the final step is to plug back in what w was, so it's x to the fourth plus 1. That's all divided by 4, and you have plus c. Alright. Now as a final step, it's always helpful to check that this is the correct answer. And to do that, if you recall, what we found down here is an antiderivative of the function we started with. So if we take a derivative of this function, we should end up with this function up here. And so let's try to do that. We're going to take a derivative with respect to x of what we found over here, which was e to the x to the fourth plus 1 over 4 plus c. This is a basic chain rule, so we know the answer is e to the x to the fourth plus 1 over 4 times the derivative of x to the fourth plus 1, which is 4x to the third, and then we have plus 0. The 4's cancel and you're left with x to the third e to the x to the fourth plus 1. And this is all in our checking procedure. We look back at our original and that's the exact function that we started with. Alright guys, check back for more examples on this topic and I'll see you then.